Hey. Oh. So I'm gonna do a baby daddy update. This is probably gonna be the last one for a while. So, oh fuck, hold on. Alright, like I was saying, I had done a little chit chat, get ready with me about my sister, about my baby daddy, about my life, you know, an update. And y'all were going ham in the comments like, we don't stand for him to be on your channel. And then I thought about it and I was like, you're right. Like, you know how much he used marriage boot camp to like just come back and be Nala. It's like without a doubt, when I start filming, she gets annoying. I look mad pale. Oh my god, with these titties though. Someone was talking mad shit about my titties on my last video, and I was like highly confused because I was like, I don't have bad boobs. Yeah, I want them done, but because I want a reduction with an implant. That's besides the point. I'm getting off track. So, I thought about it and I was like, why would I ever? Because like, he used marriage boot camp, came back and was like the biggest douche on the face of the planet. And then y'all heard him like, you gonna run me my check, girl? Like, shut up, bro. So I had let him, if you guys are noticing how active I've been on like Instagram Live, not really posting on Instagram because I'm like, I don't care enough. But I've been like posting on my story, going on live, being really interactive with you guys because I think it's very good for all of us. You guys know that on Saturday, he stopped by to see Marcellus. And at first I was like, oh, I don't really want him to come. Like, I was dodging him. I wasn't answering like any of his text messages. And then he had hit me with the text like, did I do something wrong? Can I come see him? And honestly, he hadn't done anything wrong except his whole existence is wrong. That's what I felt like saying. But I was like, you know what, let me just let him come see his kid. And every time I let him come see a kid, I just feel like I'm making the wrong choice. I don't know. I feel like in the moment I'm making the right choice, and then when it comes down to it, I feel like it's kind of dark in here, right? I feel like I'm making the wrong choice. It's complicated, and I know y'all get really annoyed with me, so you're gonna have to bear with me till I finally figure this out, and I might not ever figure it out. He ended up coming over, and they were hanging out, and my door was open and his door was open, and they were in his room playing. I had hit him up before he got to the crib and was like, oh, can you bring us some food? So he's like, I'm in an Uber, I can't stop, so we'll just order when I get there. And I was like, whatever. So he gets here and they're hanging out, and then they're building puzzles in the hallway. I'm trying to find a movie on Netflix / edit a video. It like wasn't really working out. And then Marcellus like was having a good time. Like when he first saw him, he was like, what's up, Victor? But then like 5 minutes into it, he's like, dada.
Whatever.
I had hit him like, what are we gonna eat? Because Uber Eats only has like 6 restaurants and I'm not really into any of them. Like, we should just order Spanish food because it's gonna be cheaper than ordering from like a fast food joint that's gonna be like 50-60 bucks. I was trying to help him out. So I get into his room and we're like, we have small conversation. We don't really get into each other's business because personally, I don't need him to know my business. You can know small things here and there, especially when it comes to Marcellus. But about me, I really don't need you to know my business because you know he likes to go on Twitter and like think he knows what he's talking about and talk shit. Like, we've experienced this multiple times with this guy, so I just don't I tell him like the bare minimum. Sorry, my back hurts today, so I'm sitting like this and my boobies look huge, so just enjoy that. Enjoy that scene. And my hair is like 5 days old. I haven't washed it and it looks like crap. It's okay though. I'm gonna do braids. I think I'm gonna do box braids. I hope you guys feel it. I'm gonna vlog the whole thing and see how long it takes, all that. But I think it's time to do a switch up real quick. So, anywho, I was in the room and I was like telling him like, okay, get up, come take my phone and call the order in because they speak Spanish and they don't understand me. So he's like, bring me the phone. And I'm like, no, get up and come get the phone. And he's like, no, I don't want to get up. I'm comfortable on his beanbag. And I was like, you're so lazy. Which annoyed, oh guys, it like annoyed me so bad. Like literally nothing, and he knew it was pissing me off. So I ended up giving him the phone. He calls the order in, fine. They hang out, and then at one point Marcellus left him in the room by himself, came in and watched a movie with me. Like, he was in the room and I kept calling him like, come get Marcellus and hang out with him. Like, what are you doing? He's like, okay. So we came and got him the first time, went back in the room. Marcellus came right back into my room and got on my bed and like literally curled up on me. And he's like, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I grabbed him and he wants to hang out with you. And I'm like, okay, but he needs to spend time with you. That's why you're here. So then he ends up going in Marcellus's room, and Marcellus does not even acknowledge him at all. Like, he won't leave my room, won't listen to him when he's calling him. So then he was like, okay, I'm gonna leave then. So then my son got up and was like, wait, no, let's play some more. So it was like really weird. I don't know, whatever. So then the food came and that was fine. We were all sitting and eating. And to be honest with you guys, I really like fake it when he's around. Like, I just don't enjoy it at all. I don't trust it. Like, I feel like when he's around, he's looking for anything to be like, she's an unfit mother. Like, I just feel like it's like, it's just like I don't trust dude, you know? It's just like, I don't really trust you. And why do you really want to be around Marcellus right now? It's just confusing. So if you guys know, when he was like a baby, he used to want to bring Marcellus fishing. And it's not really fishing, like they stand outside a bootleg pond and like throw their things in, grab the fish and throw it back. And I went with him one time. I think I still have pictures of it. And I remember I was breastfeeding, it started raining, and I was like, I'm gonna take him to the car, it's like raining out. I remember being in the car for like an hour before he came back, and I was like, you deadass made me wait in the car for an hour so you could fake fish with my child which I'm breastfeeding. So ever since that day, and I'm not into, like, until my kid knows how to swim and shit like that, my kid don't need to be around water. That's just how I feel. And I'm not into fishy shit. Like, I'm not into fishing. I'm not into stuff like that. It's like, to me, grown-ass men that sit outside of a pond throwing a thing into the river to grab a fish to throw it back in screams, I don't have my shit together. I'm sorry. That's what you're doing, getting high, chilling by a pond to throw fish back in the water. That just screams to me, you're a loser. I don't know why. And if somebody's man does that or you do that, sorry, that's just my opinion. So while we're eating, everything's fine, copacetic, we're eating, conversation's minimal, but there's a conversation happening. And he goes, well, can we have a discussion, because now that he's 5 and he's older. And I gave him like the look, like I deadass was eating my meat and I look up and I was like ready to be like, what the fuck are you about to say? What are you about to say? So he's like, now that he's older, like, can we talk about this summer? I want to take him fishing. Obviously you'd come because I can't take him alone, but fishing. And I'm like, and I go, no. I flat out went no. And he's like, what do you mean yes? I'm like, what? Who are you arguing with? That's number one. It's no. He goes, it's yes. I want to do that with him. I don't give a fuck what you want to do with my kid. Yeah, you helped me make him, but this is my kid. Let's not forget, I have sole custody, bro. He's not going fishing with you, nor am I going fishing with you. It's not fucking happening. So, mind you, I wasn't swearing, but I was very fucking snippy. So I realized he wasn't gonna let it go, so I just kind of said, like, kept shrugging my shoulders, because there's like no point in arguing when you know down the road it's never happening anyway. So it's like, that's never happening. I don't know what you think, but it's not happening. He's like, I've always wanted to do that with him, even when he was a baby. And I looked at him, I'm like, yeah, let's take a fucking 9-month-old baby fishing. Let's just do that. Let's teach him the ropes of fake fishing on the side of a fucking lake. Yeah. And I was just like, yo, this dude just doesn't fucking get it. And like, him speaking on that just made me realize you are such a fucking dumbass. Like, you're a dumbass. I'm literally faking the funk right now till you leave, because I cannot fucking stand you. Like, I genuinely cannot fucking stand this guy. I was reading a lot of your comments on the video where I was like, oh, maybe I should do the mukbang. And I swear he's like on top of you guys in your comments, because when he was over, he's like, I would never do a video with you. And I was like, I'm a gay guy. And he was like, plus everyone would think, and I kid you not, this is what he said, plus everyone would think I was doing it just for clout. That's what like half of you said. If you weren't literally taking the time out of your life reading my YouTube comments and watching all my YouTubes, how would you fucking know that? I didn't even say anything, but I'm like, come on guys, really? So I'm just like, oh, okay, like, you probably would. Try to get 15 minutes, I don't know. So I was literally faking the funk, and I realized in that very moment, I don't know why I continue to do this. Like, I really don't. And just the thought that for a millisecond, just because I allowed him through that fucking front door, you thought you had a right to tell me what you're doing with my kid in the summertime. Like, you were dead ass ready to go toe-to-toe with me in an argument to try to tell me my kid was going fishing. It, like, is asinine to me. It's literally insanity. So, that happened, and I'm pretty much all set. Like, he texted me after that. He's literally texted me and said, hey, how's Marcellus? I didn't respond. And then he said the next day, when can I see M again? I haven't responded. I'm gonna respond. I'm just gonna tell him not anytime soon. Like, it's just not happening anytime soon. Yeah, you saw him and it was fun. It was cool for a little while, but there's absolutely nothing you can contribute right now. Like, we're busy. We're making moves. We're busy all the fucking time. So honestly, trying to even pencil you in so you can have your bullshit little play date where you won't even get off the beanbag anyway, it's just like, I don't really need you here. I just don't. It's pointless. And I also don't need you thinking just because I let the fucking vampire in, which is your fucking ass, that you can even fucking tell me what I'm about to do with my kid. Like, it's nuts. It's literally fucking nuts. If you want to text me and ask for updates, I'm always going to do that. Fine. I didn't right now because I'm like trying to think of how I'm going to explain this to him, and that's why I haven't yet. And if you want to like get a picture here and there, cool. But you're not going to be seeing my kid like that. You're just not. So the answer is not anytime soon. And that's just, this is my baby daddy update. And then he was telling me that he was out of work for 2 days. Do you guys remember when he worked for my dad? My dad got him a job that literally, if he would end up getting paid $40 an hour, and it was like a really good fucking job. He ended up getting fired from that job, and he told me it was because there was no work to be done, which is bullshit because it was air conditioners and heaters, so it's all year round because it's the summer and the winter. So he told me he got fired from that job because there was no work to be done, so forth and so on. And basically, he's never been able to keep a job. Like, you had a fucking job my dad handed to you that you would have been straight your whole entire life. Your kid would have been straight. And you lost it. So anyways, my dad ended up hitting up the dude that got him the job, and he found out that the real reason why he got fired is because he was lazy as fuck. And they were like, he's lazy, he doesn't do anything, he doesn't contribute to the team, and we're all set. And he never told me that. So I know, I think I said this in one of my videos. So we're at the kitchen counter, and he's telling me, oh, I got a raise at my job, but they won't give it to me yet. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's good for you. Like, but why? I don't understand why they even told you if they're not gonna give it to you. Well, because last week I called out 2 days because I ended up hurting my knee at the job, and I was gonna go to the doctors, but they told me not to go to the doctors, so I didn't go to the doctors. And when they called me into the office about my raise, they don't know if they want to keep me because I'm a liability because I got hurt on the job. And honestly, none of it made sense to me. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, because if I got hurt now, what if I get hurt later on the road? Like, do they really want to keep someone that's gonna get hurt? I'm like, so why would they offer someone a raise if they're not going to keep them? That literally just, they're gonna wave a raise in front of your face, like, for what? Like, nothing he was saying was making sense, and it gave me the chills, and it reminded me of the shit with my dad. And I'm just like, one, this dude can't keep a job. Two, everything out of his mouth I just think is a lie. Like, I don't think we could ever have an adult conversation because I just generally think it's a fucking lie. So that's where I'm at. That happened, and for all I know, he already lost his job, and he was like letting me know I'm back to not having it. I feel like that was his way of telling me he doesn't have a job anymore again. So, and I was like, well, have you hit the 90 days? Because usually a job, you're in a trial phase for 90 days. He's like, yeah, it's been 4 months. So I'm like, okay, so then why would it, like, none of it made sense. None of it. So it just reminded me of the shit with my dad. It just reminded me how miserable that whole time in my life was, and how miserable it is to fake the funk. And yeah, Marcellus has fun when he's here, but once he walks out that door, it's like he doesn't even ask. I never tell him when he's coming either. I'll just kind of like have him show up, because God forbid he just doesn't show up anyway. I will never tell Marcellus. So when he shows up, it's like a cool, funky surprise, and he's like, oh shit, cool. But it's not like it's planned, and he doesn't ask for him. Like, when my dad walks through the door, he's like, hey, did you bring me something? hey, did you bring me something? What are we gonna do? Are we gonna go to the park? Like, he's on him. Like, hey, like, what are we about? Like, what are we about this life right now? But when he walks through the door, it's just like, hey, Victor, what's up? Let's go play. He doesn't expect anything. It's like, I wish you guys could see it. I wish I could get it on camera. Maybe I will, I don't know. But it's just so, the relationship between both is so different, and his is so irrelevant to his life. It just really is. And I right now, he just doesn't need to be around him. Like, my son's going through, like, I finally got him out of, like, remember I had a fucking meltdown where he was, like, acting terrible? I finally got him out of it. He's doing really well. Like, this past weekend, he was fucking amazing. Like, amazing. And it's just like, I just need things to stay how they are, and I don't need you to come disrupting my peace or trying to tell me what the fuck we're about to do with Marcellus. Because what we're not going to be doing is fishing by the river pond, throwing fish back in the water. Like, it's not happening. And, like, we're talking about this in front of Marcellus, so as we're talking about Marcellus, is like, yeah, that sounds cool. And I'm like, oh, why do you bring stuff up purposely in front of him? Stuff he would never even think about, you're bringing up, and now he's going to start thinking about it. Has he brought it up since? No. It's like, went in one ear and out the other with my son. But it's just like, that's frustrating in itself. So that is my update right now. And, you know, I'm probably not going to have one for a while, unless, like, he goes off on me in a text message or some shit. But I'm just not going to have one for a while, because I just don't need it. I got, like, too much shit going on right now to try to make that fit into our life. And, like, our life is pretty fucking good right now, and I don't need you coming in and fucking it up. Like, I just don't. Like, it's inconsistent, it's unstable. I don't believe anything that comes out of your mouth, was just like, I don't think I ever will. It's just like, it baffles me how I like literally look at him, and when he speaks, I'm like, I'm waiting for him to finish, because I'm like, you're lying. Like, everything out of your mouth is a lie. Even if he could be telling the truth, like, dead truth, I just don't believe it. So, yeah, that's it, folks. That's all, folks. See you in my next video. Bye.